YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm Brittany B. So the other day I actually posted a video of a car tour of my 2016 Hyundai Elantra. I got a pretty good amount of views, at least for little old me, so I figured it would be a good idea to give an in-depth review of the car and, tell you things that you can't see by seeing the interior and the exterior of the car. So the pros and cons of the car and how I like it overall. By the way, if you are interested in looking at the car tour for the Hyundai Elantra Value Edition, I'll link it down below so that you can see it. But without further ado, let's get into this review. Okay, first things first, a little disclaimer. I am not an expert by any means when it comes to cars. That is not my area of skill, that is not my area of expertise. So this review will be from a everyday consumer that is giving you my true thoughts about this vehicle. All right, so we're gonna start with the cons. Let's just get the bad stuff out of the way. So number one, this car is not a wow car as far as the way it looks. It's just very, basic and simple. And although I think it looks nice, it's not going to be one of those cars that people are going to stop and stare at you and just say, wow, that's a nice looking car. So if you're looking for a car that really stands out and is bold and doesn't look like everything else, this is not going to be the car for you. In addition to the appearance of it, this car has had the same model look for the last 5 years. They are going to change it in 2017, but if you do get this car, it is going to look like a car that you see on the road a lot. So if you're looking for uniqueness, this is not it. I think con has to do a little bit with how the car feels when you're driving. So as long as you're driving on a road that's nice and smooth, the car drives smoothly. But this car does not take bumps very well. When you go over a bump, when you go over a pothole, you will feel it. It doesn't absorb the shock very well. Con number 3 has to do with the acceleration of this car. Previous to this car, I owned a 2004 Mazda 6, and I love the drive of that car. I would accelerate, it would accelerate really well. I like the way that it went into its acceleration. Like I could, on a minuscule amateur scale, like when you're kind of driving with people on the road and you're kind of trying to beat them, that car was decent for that. This car, I'm not winning many drag races with this car. The acceleration, it hesitates a lot, and it doesn't have the best get up and go. So if you are looking for a car with really good acceleration, this is not it. The side panels of the car, the material it's pretty much plastic. It's very hard. A lot of people say that it feels like it's made very cheaply, and that's one of the takebacks from this being a Value Edition, which I will explain in a little bit. But the side panels, like sometimes on the side of someone's car in the interior you can hit it and it's kind of soft. This is hard, and a lot of these things appear to be made cheaply, and it's not the best. So if you will pay attention to detail like that, or maybe if you're a person who rests your arm on the side of your door when you're driving, your arm will hurt because material is hard. Another con, so this car has kind of thick rear panels going along the side, and this really makes a big difference when you're trying to look in order to make a lane change. So you look back and these panels are so thick that sometimes it's harder to see the cars that are on your side. So you have to adjust your head a lot more in order to make sure that you're not going to get hit by somebody else when you are making a lane change. I think those are all of my cons. Yeah, I think so. So let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into what I actually like and love about this car. Great thing about this car is written in the name of the car. It is a Value Edition, and you get a lot of features and a decent car. Actually a pretty good car for a great price. I believe this car retails at around $19,500 MSRP. I got this car way below MSRP, and at this point anybody should get it way below MSRP. And you get so many nice features because The Elantra has a standard edition, popular package, and then you have the value edition. The difference between the popular package and the value edition, you're getting heated front seats, you're getting a leather wrap steering wheel and transmission handle, you're getting push button start. Sorry, I can even sorry because I'm so happy about it. But yeah, you're getting the push button start. You're getting a sunroof that the popular package doesn't have. And this car does not retail for much more than the standard edition popular package. When Hyundai made this and they introduced this value edition for 2016, they introduced this to try to put a little bit over $1,000 worth of features and only charge you about $550 more for those features. And to me, I don't see how you could beat that. So for me, that was a really big thing for me to buy the car because I was getting a lot of things that I wanted, plus some extra added, somewhat luxury features, and I wasn't paying that much more for them. Right. My number 2 thing that I love about this car is I actually think it's pretty spacious. It is a compact car, but I don't get the feel that I'm in a compact car when I'm in it. I'm a pretty decent sized person. I'm about 5'9", so I sit in the car. I'm one of those people, I push my seat all the way back, but when I got in it, before I adjusted the seat, it still felt spacious. I don't know, I never feel cramped sitting in that car. It's very comfortable. Another pro of this car is that it has a very nice spacious trunk. The trunk can fit a lot for this car to be a compact car. You can also adjust the seats in the back seats, and you can let them down so that you can have even more room in the trunk. So it's very helpful if you need to transport stuff to and fro because this car can fit a lot of stuff. Another pro about the car is that I like the steering wheel is telescopic, so not only can you adjust it up and down, but you can actually adjust it in and out. I've only had cars that went up and down before, but I actually like that I can adjust it in and out. It makes it a little easier to get my customized driving handle better. So I really do like that. I think the miles per gallon is pretty good. Now, some people will say that this car isn't that great and there are cars that are better. Of course, there are cars that are better, but in my experience, I have had some gas guzzlers and I've had cars that I've had to spend way more money on to fill them up with gas. This car, I am averaging myself about 33.6 miles per gallon, and on average, it probably takes me about $20 to fill up my tank. So I can appreciate that because before I was spending almost $50 trying to fill up my tank at the price of what the average price of what gas has been. So for me, I'm saving a little bit more money in that department. Another pro of this car actually has a really good sound system. Most of the time I'm listening to my music through the Bluetooth or through an app in my phone, and I love the sound of it. I can really get in the zone with the music. I really feel it, and so the audio system is pretty good. It's not the best, but it's not something that I would complain about at all. So overall, I give this car an 8 out of 10, especially if you're somebody who's in my situation, that you're a young professional and you have a lot of things that you have to pay, such as student loans. I just rather have a car that is not taking up a good percentage of my monthly income, and this car is just that. And I feel like I got a decent car with a lot of nice features that I really do appreciate, especially those heated seats and that push button start. But I think this is a great car for the price, and it looks nice to me. I love the way it looks aesthetically. It's very aesthetically pleasing to me, and I love my purchase. I would recommend getting this car. Well, that is it for my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful, and if you are interested in this car, I hope I gave you enough information. But if you do have any questions, you can leave them down below, and don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. All right, you guys have a good day. See you later.